Republican presidential hopefuls are campaigning at the Family Leadership Summit in Iowa today. Nikki Haley, Mike Pence, Ron DeSantis, and several other candidates are speaking to voters, but former President Trump is skipping the key event, citing scheduling conflicts. White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks joins me now from Des Moines, Iowa, for more on this. Mary Alice, how are candidates there attempting to differentiate themselves, and how are voters responding to that messaging?
Hey, Diane, we're just over a month from the first GOP debate. We're just about 6 months from the Iowa caucus. It's amazing how fast this all is coming. I want to set the scene for you here a little bit. This is a packed room, about 2,000 voters and activists who really identify as Christian conservatives. When we first walked into the room, they were holding church, a big worship service. These are voters who talk about their politics in lockstep with what they say are their Christian family conservative values, and they're looking for that kind of language from these candidates. Later today, we expect that the governor of Iowa, Kim Reynolds, is going to sign a 6-week anti-abortion ban. She's been promoting this bill. It was passed just recently in the state in a special session. And that's one area where we're seeing these candidates differentiate themselves a bit. Former Vice President Mike Pence, for example, he said that he'd be willing to and advocating for signing a national federal 6-week ban. That's about as early and as strict as you can go. Whereas other candidates like Senator Tim Scott giving a little bit more distance, saying he doesn't think that a ban like that represents the country and where the country is, but that he would sign the most conservative ban that would make it to his desk. So we're definitely seeing a little wiggle room between the candidates there, and a lot of these cultural issues where these voters are looking for any difference between these candidates.
Now, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' team has said former President Trump's absence is a snub to Iowa evangelical conservatives. How's Trump's team responding to that?
They're saying, of course, not, that it's not what they're doing. They're sending some of their top surrogates here to the state later this week to campaign. But it was interesting when I talked to some of the voters in the room who are making their way in here earlier. They did sort of have a mixed reaction to the fact that he wasn't going to be here. Some said that they would give him grace. They understood that there are obviously tight schedules in a campaign. Several others, though, were frustrated by the fact that he was missing this event. One man in particular said he thought that it was a sign of arrogance from the former president. You know, remember, evangelicals here in Iowa are a major voting bloc, and they want to be pursued.
Now, ABC News has obtained an internal memo from DeSantis' presidential campaign saying they're shifting strategy as the governor lags behind former President Trump in the polls. What can we expect to see with those changes?
Yeah, Dan, I think what we expect to see is more Governor DeSantis. His memo says that he needs to basically be doing more media, more town halls, more events in places like these early states, New Hampshire as well as Iowa. I think they know that they need to have him in front of the cameras, in front of more voters, as they try to make up for some of those tough negative first headlines. Diane.
All right, Mary Alice Parks in Des Moines, Iowa. Thanks, Mary Alice.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.